Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Motivation Monday. My name is Tori Gant, and sorry about that. I am coming to you guys from my garage outside, and I've been, been a little bit different ways we've been doing Motivation Monday, but this time just on a little bit of a serious but motivating note. A lot of my friends are just down. Obviously the virus is still going, and I think sometimes when we have that expectations that I thought things would be done by now. I thought we'd be able to move on, and yet it's still going and seeing the same four walls. So today I want to talk to us about finishing what we started. We believe that we're going to get through this, and I want to be the one to start the encouragement train right now to tell you, yes, we are. We're going to beat this. We're going to be on the other side as we begin to take steps. And then, as well as we're talking the challenges, I'm going to start the challenges early. Start finding quotes, finding things that encourage you, finding things that pick you up, finding things that help you get outside the walls. I've been doing so many videos inside that it's even a joy just to hear the crickets or whatever those things are in the background to be able to just let me know life is still happening. And just because something didn't happen in the time we thought it would happen, that doesn't mean we need to stop happening. And so I want to, encourage you, start happening now. Pick yourself back up. Start going back through like you saw this thing at the beginning and saying, I'm going to be here for a little while, but things are going to be okay. But I'm going to make the best of the place that I'm in. Wouldn't it be horrible to get through all of this and realize that I could have lived a much better way and enjoyed a better time? So I want you to be encouraged. Find your smile, find your peace, find your joy, find your happiness, and most of all, be prepared to give it to others. I've just seen so many people just feel like, man, it's almost just borderline, just hopeless. Well, I'll tell you, talk it's free. We got free speech, but maturity is expensive. Waiting is expensive. Patience is expensive. Being willing to sacrifice, it's expensive, and some of that expense is coming, and people are using up their joy, their emotional, and even fighting off depression. And I want you just to find your smile, start to get excited. And so this, I kind of like to consider this like a fight to me. Like I want to fight for you to smile. I want to fight for you to have peace. I want to fight for you to have joy. And so sometimes we can live and live only to accumulate the wrong things. I know I once heard a person say that there was a man that was fighting to climb to the top of his life and just climb to the top of living and realized once he got to the top, he had his ladder leaning against the wrong life. You can climb all you want to, but sometimes you have to deal with what's within you. What you're unwilling to pursue, you're unqualified to have. So pursue joy, pursue happiness, pursue peace, pursue an end to this pandemic, pursue that. And that means, we obviously know we need to take the precautions, take the things we need to do. But in the same point, make sure you cover yourself with the good things. Cover yourself with exciting things and happy things, and begin to just say, I'm just not going to let this darken who I am as a person and darken my day and darken all those things. So instead of, sitting here and accumulating sadness, start accumulating some experiences. Start looking at possessing some good experiences about yourself. Start doing some things out around your house, just kind of like what I'm doing now. I'm doing this right in front of my garage just because give yourself a different scene, give yourself a different view, give yourself a different place to look, and just begin to realize life is going to be okay. We are absolutely going to make it, and we don't have to feel frustrated or defeated during this entire time. We can actually put ourselves in a position to believe and feel like, man, I am going to be okay. I am going to be all right. So if for nothing else, just for you to put a smile on your face, go and make something you enjoy. I do my best to eat healthy. I try not to tell people to go and just eat all wild or do stuff like that. But, maybe it's that time where comfort food is just okay, because I need you to get back to being smiling, to being happy, to smiling, to your joy. I need for you to return back to that peace and that great place and begin to realize that this too will end. So you don't have to own those things, but by all means, don't let this situation own you. Don't let this thing purchase you. So there's a world of difference between making a living and making a life. And there's a world of difference between letting this thing make your life. and you begin to say, I'm going to live through it. You got to look at those things and begin to look up and say, I'm just going to be better than what I've been. And if you've been one of those who've just, not been feeling it, so to speak, just kind of been down, go back to your dreams, go back to your purpose, go back to looking at those dreams and begin to live in and just declaring and say, you know what, my dreams still exist. It is not too late to become who I knew I always could be. And so I'm going to get up and get back to pursuing that person. I'm still on schedule. I'm still at a place where becoming my best self is going to happen. So I don't want you to stop dreaming, because the day you stop dreaming is the day you stop living. Also, the day you start dreaming is the day you start living, right? And that old Shawshank Redemption, get busy living or get busy dying. So I say get busy dreaming, get busy going forward, because if you stop dreaming, if you feel like this is you're frustrated, there's no hope, you're going to lose your dream, and you're going to only rely on your memory and your focus on the past. Well, don't lose your imaginary senses in the fact that you have an image that you see yourself being and a greatness about you. So how do you listen? What do you listen to? What kind of voices do you pay attention to the most? What is it that kind of drives you as a person that you're going to listen to? And is it just doom and gloom and that everything's falling apart, people are getting sick, people are dying, this disease is never going away? And that's not it. Chase that lion. Chase the biggest dream that you can put out there. Chase the thing that is concerning you the most and even scaring you the most. Chase that with all of your heart, soul, mind, and body, and just be willing to know, I'm not going to run from it. And then allow this thing if you allow this dream to get away from you and it's roaring somewhere else in somebody's life, knowing you could have lived it, knowing you could have been your best you, that's the part where that you go like, man, I wish I would have kept on to that. There are quotes that I tend to go to within myself that I like to say to myself, and one of them is what you do daily will determine what you become permanently. And I say let's start a daily routine that's going to have a permanent effect on our life and have a permanent makeup for our joy and a permanent upheaval. And all my friends that are listening to this, man, I just trust me, we're going to make it. We're going to turn around. There's going to be better days. Light is coming your way. Sun is not going down on you. You are going to shine in everything that you do. I just don't want this to be a regret, because our greatest regret at the end of our lives will be the ones that got away, the ones that we didn't chase, the things that we didn't pursue, the joy, the days you spent sad when you could have fought to be joyful and happy about what was going on around you. And so I'm convinced that what you're unwilling to confront, you're incapable of changing. You've got to confront this thing. Confront it with joy. Confront it with comedy. Confront it with whatever you do. Just get some things in your life, even if it's some old things of the way you see yourself and old things that you've done in the past. But get those things in front of you. Start confronting these feelings you've had. Start confronting these emotions that have tried to take you out and tried to take you down. And so we look at it and say, so chasing these things and chasing dream often starts with identifying and dealing with the excuses. So deal with those excuses, identify them, deal with them, so you can say, you know what, this has been slowing me down. I'm not going to let it slow me down anymore. This has been talking me into issues and talking me into circumstances. I'm not going to let that get to me anymore. But this is absolutely the truth. You cannot finish what you do not start. So start now. It's not too late. You're breathing. You're still alive. It is a great time to start and enter into what you need to do. So deadlines are lifelines. Set some deadlines. Set some things in place. Those are lifelines. When you set and say, by this time next year, I want to be in this place. That's a lifeline. That deadline's not, it's a lifeline. It'll spark you. It'll put a fire on you to push and go forward. And without them, nothing gets done. Because then, if I don't have a deadline, if I don't have a goal to reach, I'm never going to get started, because there's no ending in sight. So set some deadlines, set some marks there. Write for the audience of one. Be the person that, if it's just you, be your best audience. Be the best person that you can talk to and enjoy, and realize that this is going to end. So I'm telling you today, this is the message about having a finish in you. Remember you're finished. Don't get stuck in this chapter and think it's the end of your whole book. realize this is just a chapter. Keep living, keep reading, keep moving forward. And I guarantee you, you're going to come out on the other end greater than ever before, because you will know how to deal with the journey. Hey, I know you guys, this is going to be a great time. So let's set it off and let's start now. Thank you guys for listening.